Yes, Miss Angel, the most shocking event that rocked the nation in 1971 was the Plaza Miranda massacre. Here are the pure facts of the incident. It was a proclamation rally of the Liberal Party for its senatorial and Manila local candidates in the mid-year election that year. Present were all the Liberal Party local candidates and the party's entire senatorial ticket. The LB Secretary General and the star of the show, Ninoy Aquino, was absent that day. Ninoy's absence strikes one as quite odd. As Senatorial Jovito Salonga says about Ninoy, he was our star because whenever the people spot him on stage, the people shout bomb. We want bomb. That August 21, 1971 bomb did explode in Plaza Miranda. Two powerful grenades rocked the rally. One missed the stage, blasting people on the spot, killing 8. Among them a 10-year-old girl vendor, and seriously injuring 120 people. The other grenade landed on stage, maiming all senatorial candidates, the most critically injured being Senator Jovito Salonga and Senator John Osmeña. By this time, the conflict between Marcos and Ninoy had intensified so that their respective position on the incident became the focus of the people's attention. Who had the more credible story and who told the story in the more convincing way? On the other occasion before the Plaza Miranda bombing, Ninoy had entrailed as much as thrilled throng of listeners with the theatrics on the assassination of Imelda. Her jewelry, her shoes, and the handbags and parasols had inflamed audience with statistics on corruption in the Marcos conduct of government, and had particularly appealed the nation with his expose of the Jabida massacre, which killed all but one of the 60 Muslim youth allegedly recruited and trained for an invasion of Sabah to regain the territory of the Philippines. These exposes provided the backdrop for Ninoy's revelation that the Plaza Miranda bombing was a step forward to the full-blown implementation of a plan secretarius. The plan Ninoy alleged as the scenario for the institution of military rule in the country. Subsequent event appeared to bear Ninoy out in the propaganda. 2 days after Plaza Miranda carnage, Marcos suspended the privilege of the writ of habeas corpus and ended by virtue of it proceeded immediately to arrest a number of activists without the customary warrants. And Ninoy had a 3-day condemning the writ suspension as a prelude to martial. On the other hand, Marcos accused the Communist Party of the Philippines as the perpetrator of the massacre. According to Marcos, the CPP carried out the bombing in order to advance the design of toppling the government and taking over political control of the country. Since Marcos had on various occasions accused Ninoy of calling the communist, if not being a communist himself, he too had a leg to stand on his battle with Ninoy for credibility in the eyes of the nation, by equating Ninoy with the communists and then accused the communists of being the perpetrators of the Plaza Miranda bombing. Marcos cleverly expressed upon the nation that it was, in the end, Ninoy who masterminds the gruesome, discarded act. In the point of logic, Marcos' land was quite sound. If it had not been Ninoy who planned it all, why was he safely away when the bombing took place? Normally, a Secretary General of the party conducting the rally as the premier star of LP public meetings, Ninoy was expected to be the Plaza Miranda occasion even much earlier than the others. There was the wedding celebration he was attending at the precise time of bombing. Still, he could have easily prioritized the Plaza Miranda LP rally, it being expected for him the most urgent concern that event. In point of truth, Marcos equating Ninoy with the communists did have a substantial measure of it, but not after nearly 2 decades with proof surface that such Marcos equation of Ninoy with the communists were sufficiently valid. So I interviewed someone who knew about Plaza Miranda bombing. This person was born in 1966.
Buntag sa tanan. Ako natao ko year 1965 at the time na ako sa Manila. Pero pati sa Plaza Miranda bombing, nagkaroon man kasi ng rally na siya katong Liberal Party, which is giplano sa mga oligarko sa mga Communist Party of the Philippines. So before na-create ang Community Party of the Philippines, giplastar sa na nila para magkaroon ng intimidation sa mga tao against Marcos regime. So dito na create naggisabotahin nila katong rally sa plaza which is pag-declare sa Liberal Party. So dito nagkaroon ng pagboto sa plaza, daghan ang nangamatay. And then para at that time na natabo na si Benigno Aquino wala diha si Benigno Aquino. Pagboto sa Plaza Miranda bombing, ang gipasangin lang sa tanan-tanan nato si Ferdinand Marcos, which is wala yun na involved si Ferdinand Marcos sa Plaza Miranda bombing. So diyan nag-create ang Plaza Miranda bombing, diyan na nagkaroon ang sila Bernabe Boscaino, daghan na nag-create sa Commander Dante, nabuo na siya kasi murang naging successful na sila sa plano nila. Ang plano nila ito po mayroong ibagsak ang Marcos regime. Kaya nangyari, nagiplano nila na maayo. Dili lang kaysa kabeses, 3 kabeses giplano nila. Gibuo nila, gikuha nila ang mga tao ng mga essential para sa ilang mga plano. Yun ito nabuo itong katawin na Commander Dante. Kanang Commander Dante, mono si Diokno, si Aquino, si Nepomuceno, Tañada o Espina. Ang naghawak ka ng isa katao ng muna si Bernabe Boscaino. Yan ang tinatawag nila Commander Dante. Muna siya. So isa na sila sa mga faktor kung ano nabuo ang Plaza Miranda bombing. So dito nag-start, then ang media, hawak nila tanan, ang mainstream media, bayaran. Kontrolado nila ang mainstream media. ABS-CBN number 1 kay kalaban man yun na siya. So number 1 ng ABS-CBN, mao to siya ang ginungdan nga ang ginashow sa ABS-CBN pabor para sila ang sa mga Marcos dili hantod na abot ang panahon sa ingani ng karong nga sitwasyon o dili pa karon nabawan ang tinuod nga istorya. Sa pag-declare na siya sa gitawag na to nga Freedom of Information Bill nga gipirma ni Ferdinand Rodrigo Roa Duterte. So diya sa unang panahon dili ka pwede mangutana kung unsa ang Plaza Miranda bombing. Dako kayo na siya nga issue para sa gobyerno. So karon may chance mo para sa imo nangutana mo parte sa kuha, wala kay ko background pero na ko knowledge gamay. O dili lang po na ako kayo tason basi kung napo ko'y magkamali ko, no? Pero mao na akong nabawan parte sa Plaza Miranda bombing. Thank you. That's all.